the last workshop we've done, it was amazing. I want to say, to see forests like this on those small scale is really, it was new for me, and I loved it. And the words that I will use a lot for that presentation will be probably clumps, stem, from growing from seeds or growing from sprout, basal sprout, color sprout, we'll dig in that a little bit, tree marking, basal, area, stuff like that. So it's very applied, but I want to say that I have a great friend who likes to write a lot, and his name is Bruno Boulet, and he wrote the 50 pages of the literature that you can download from internet if you are kind of person who need more theoretical knowledge. I'm just presenting the technical, the very applied. That's good. Thank you very much to have made a lot of kilometers to come here. So the title in French is saying, is it possible to do something great with red maple clumps?
Yes.
Yes, sir. If you do it properly, correctement. Here it's a picture, the region I am from, you know, in Quebec, I think there's 12 regions. The one is Centre du Québec, and it's not in the center, but they call it like this. It's a region that have been sadly attacked by a lot of aggressive cuts from back at the time, especially for white pine, tuya, and so after those cuts, like we have actually 45% of red maple, and this is only a number of the high canopy. We have no clue how much is under that. So 45% is like almost half of the forest is now in red maple. And as you know, there's not much keys or silviculture about red maple. So this is one of the biggest we could find. Do you think we can do maple syrup with this one? Stand up. It's a workshop, so. So yeah, for sure. Right? Yeah. What's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, Carine. Yeah, good. Do you think we can do a log in that, you know, a quality log? Oh, raise your hand and say yes.
Fine quality.
Oh, small, those, okay, but not, so there's no good quality log in this tree. Because when you look inside, you'll see why. That's the conference. Just a brief thing. I don't believe in climate change for sure. I'm the friend of Trump. That's not true. Actually, I'm very preoccupied by what's coming up. I also made another guide book or technical book. It's about to calculate the risk. So yeah, dig in that, and it's pretty neat. And that's the map we end up. So in the Appalaches, the risk is lower for climate change, especially I'm talking about drought. And the rest is, you see the color. So it's something is coming. We don't know what. What I want to say for this conference is the result of the silviculture, even though red maple, will be totally different. Even in the region you will practice. So just keep in mind, so when you have a really nice way to do it, it might not work. Well, I would say the Fleuve will be warm, the Appalaches will be less warm, less drought, and so you understand me, the result will be different. So everything I'm saying today is not the truth, it's the gray zone. Okay, what's the method? I'm jumping right away. What is the method to make a nice silviculture of red maple? First of all, you have to do a good inventory. So, what is a good inventory? You have to know how to count and see the clumps red maple. So it's a technique. It's not like we do right now, just 1, 2, 3 with the prism. When you do the prism, if you have a clumps, then you can have like 3 in there. So then it's boosting your basal area. I developed a method about you need to have 50% of red maple clumps in your circle to call it, okay, I will manage for red maple clumps, okay? And 50%, you can ask me the way to count the clumps is also inside that inventory sheet. It's the way to count the upcoming good log in the clumps. La bonne tige, the good stem. Is it that? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is it's a full day of formation outside. Today I'm doing half an hour here. On the 3rd, I'm going half an hour on the field, and you will be like 100 people. So it just, for now, it's an overview, and it's just to give you insight. When you have a good inventory, as like the method, then you have to mark the trees a positive way. Because if you do a negative way, then you will have a lot of painting to do. All right? So you will mark the good tree. Now the question is, which is the good tree in the clumps? That's simple. It's not like this. We paint but that was to recognize it the year after. And the treatment. So there's 2 possibilities named by I'm from Quebec, so it's called éclaircie pré-commerciale. So the pre-commercial, if the size of the clump is small, and then you can go to the commercial thinning. All right. So that's it. So all here in Québécois, we're not doing jardinage with red maple clumps. It is a not good way to see clumps, red maple clumps, because it will, for now, it will never do like a regeneration with tree level and all that complex stuff. So we are just at the 2 first basic treatment is éclaircie pré-commerciale and commercial thinning. The other are another stage when the forest in 50 years will be up. Because clumps, it's a equal forest, you know, la forêt evening, yeah, stand. So you cannot like do a lot of complex jardinage and coupe progressive and etc. By the way, I'm a forest engineer, yeah, okay. Here we go. So, when I was at the agency of that region, we built a teach. So in the picture you see all the foresters of the region, they all came, which is amazing. So they all received, so there was 10 from Groupement Forestier. So then they can apply. And you see Bruno, and you see also Benoît Truax, who end up talking about the sword and how to plant other species. Because that's also the good thing with red maple. If you get rid of big clumps, then you have a space to plant something else, right? So you see. So éclaircie pré-commercial is in these kind of clumps. Is the size that we will see it on the third, okay? So we'll see them. And when it's éclaircie commercial, they are bigger. Sorry, that's the final result, which is really great. There we go, let's dig. So I will use the English, I'm my best, okay? You have to remember that the best ever sprout that has a future in the clumps is the one that le rejet du collet, so the basal sprout. This one is connected to the roots of the mother roots, okay? And will eventually grow by itself and build its own system, root system. All right? You have a second choice. You can also choose the color sprout. So you see the red line, the color is where the stump is doing that curve. So that's the color, is genetic, it's the division between roots and wood, you know? If you go in your physiological course. And these are a good second choice. So this is the view of when they are small. It makes you understand the base of the knowledge of which one to pick. So which one would you pick? The answer is there. If it's small like this. The left or the right? Exactly, because you have the choice. If the left would not be there, then it's okay to choose the color sprout. Okay. The one that you have never choose this one is on the lateral, so on the side of the stump. You know, you've seen that, I'm pretty sure, a lot of side is going like this. Those are really like just a reaction. So I'm not going to talk about the reaction because I don't know in English all those words, but these are the reaction, physiological reaction to produce as fast as possible some photosynthesis. So they are just there for that. So never pick these. They will anyway break or die or get rotten. Okay, so the first slide is important and this one is important. After that, you have almost everything it's just practice. So, red maple. Only red maple. So I'm not talking about yellow birch, white birch, other species. Red maple are joined, they can join the heart in the tree. So they make one tree. When this happened, so that was the key of that practical research. So it's when it is more than 15 centimeter high of the ground. I would say color, but when you talk about color with owners, and it's a little bit hard to see it. So you can say 20 to 15 centimeter from the ground. We'll see it in 2 days, okay? So when it's that, they have the same heart. So it's the same tree, okay? If you want to know about other species, honestly, read the guide of Bruno Boulet. It's really amazing. All the species, they try to do other things. But red maple does that. when the red maple is young and lower than that, then they have too hard. So you can choose. Because when you choose one, then you don't kill the other. I think all you people saw that when you cut one from a big clumps, then depend 5 years or 10 years later, then it's get rotten to the other one. You all know that. Okay. So how to make this not happen? It's this technique. So let's go. Okay, let's talk about the big clumps. So c'est comme une recette. You have to select first the best one under 15 centimeter. So then you mark it. Is it a basil sprout, from a basil sprout, or from a color sprout? And I said, do not choose the lateral sprout, right? So we'll see it on the field. Then do not choose the one that already have a crack, a scarf, or a major default. Don't take this one for sure. And in the big ones, you can see often like a big one and then a small one. This is it's called a stress grow. And that stress grow, if it's smaller than 10 centimeter diameter, then you can cut it. It will not affect the good stem you picked. That's a lot of input, right? Okay. So basil sprout is the best. You can choose the color sprout. Then when you choose in a real stem, you have to choose below 15 centimeter, 20-ish, And what else? No major default. And what else? You can get rid of the smaller than 10 centimeter diameter. Here, go to the left, and then I'm giving you the answer right now. Do you see the old tree? There was a red maple there, and now there is like 4 of it. So you can see the lateral, on the side, you can see it. You don't pick this one. And then you can see the color one, but you're not picking this one neither because you have a great one on the side that is further from everybody that will grow its own root system. So these are example. J'ai-tu une... Let's go. Ça fait...
Yeah, on the top.
Oh, you see. Okay, wow. You see, so this one is the stress grow that I was talking about, and this one was less than 10 centimeter. So with a good worker, a good chainsaw worker, then you do it, and then everything is good. You see those marks? This is another field input, okay? It's hard to do a circle like this with a painting with these all clumps. So when you know in what direction the guy will work, then you mark the trees at the same direction, and then you just do. These are negative marking because it's just to teach him to take it off. And then, but normally I would mark only the good one, and he would, after experience, he would get rid of those. You have to think about how to pay the person, because for sure this wood is not commercial, so it's another, you have to think about that. The other side is also those stress things that you can get rid of, and these are not to do. I've seen it, and it's real. It's not picture from somewhere else, it's my pictures. Look, what do you want to do with this? It does photosynthesis maybe for 2 years, but then after it's dead. So yeah, for sure, that's not good. And here, okay, the concept is getting there, but is it more than 15 centimeter? That's for sure. And the other thing is, like, after the logging, you have this big scarf. So that tree is just for 5 years, the next 5 years. And I can show you all the others picture, but then you have the mushroom and the rodent, and then it's nothing good. It's not even that much good for maple syrup, okay? People who think that you can do maple syrup with any trees, yes and no. That's another topic. I'll do another conference on that.
So that tree probably should just been left alone. It's probably past the point where you could do anything valuable with it.
Exactly. Let's see, yeah, what to do. Okay. Okay, let's back on that picture. So then what to do with this one? Too late? So leave it there or cut it all. And if you are logging with a multi, a machine, for sure, they can do something with that, and then you can replant on it. For a chainsaw logger, that's a big job, you know it. So it's up to you to choose the right tool for the right treatment. Okay. What about these? They are called the twins, the red maple twins.
Depends on the size.
Huh?
Depends on the size.
Depend on the size. Do you see, are they attached? No, they are not attached. So what it means when they are not attached, it's that you have the choice, which is great. You don't have the choice here. It's rather leave it or rather take it. Here you have the choice. So depending of your treatment, if you already reach your basal, your target areal basal, then you cannot mark it. If you have, if you want 20, then you can mark 1. If you don't, if you're there to cut everything, for sure you cut everything, but I'm not here to talk about that. 5 minutes, oh my God. Okay. The English is slowing down everything. What to do with this one? Cut it, choose it, or leave it. Reason to cut it all. Reason to choose. Oh, you got it. Great. So choose it or cut it. Oh, that's a good one. In 2 days, we have a lot of challenge. Have you seen the pictures? There's a lot of clumps. So this one, okay, I have not much time. So for sure, this one is big. So we don't keep these. This one is better. Can we cut the stress one? We have to see, because it's pretty here. We have to see in the field because it's pretty tight, and we have to measure if it's more than 10 centimeter. Those twin, for sure, cut it or keep it. Okay, the small guys. So that's the start. So what do we choose? Not those, for sure. Do we keep the big one? And often, it's not exactly what we need. It's not necessarily the biggest one, honestly. So just for this one, the big one, it depends if it's already glued with the one behind here. And if it is, all these trees, they will competitive to each other. So it's not maybe not the right choice. Okay? So that's another example. Which one? The biggest in the back?
Yeah.
For this one, it's not bad choice, and you have this one also in the back. And when you have two good, and you know that this is pre-commercial, you will come back, then you keep two. Because it gives you a better chance if there's anything happening in 10 years, then you have a better chance to choose again, all right? Give you all the options possible. Okay, the video. I want to do that. So in the video, there's two people. The first person who's logging is perfect, really working super good. Yeah, it's me. But the second one is a young one who was learning the technique, and he does a mistake. It's not about to choose, because the three were already marked, but let me tell me the answer at the end of the video. So,
There you go.
oh, why?
Yeah. And then if you move
What?
the time back, there you go. You got a couple minutes.
Okay. So you're not going to see everything the full clumps cutting, just that the technique. So everybody from British Columbia, do not do that with 36-inch, of blades. I have two chainsaws. I have the big one because I worked back at the past in BC. But this is my small one. I love it now that I'm old. I can handle it still. It's a 45 cc with a tiny blade. It's awesome. You can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
So to pull it down is way better for the wildlife. Okay, he has his, so he cut it. La, 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 la. Pushing, strong. This guy is an ex-speed skater athlete. I know him. And he's pushing. Yeah. So what's the mistake? He can spend an hour to push.
Pull it back.
Yes, sir. Who says that? Everybody raised your hand. So, good. Even the small, so the secret, have you seen how big I am? So, you got, and if you pull, I will never make it. So, you just pull it, and then, floop, that thing is going down. All right? So, any age, any weight you have, any strength, you can do it. You just have to learn how to manage a small saw. So that's for éclaircie pré-commercial. When you go in big ones and stuff, for sure, this is more logging. Just to finish, those are the documentation, because it's important. I didn't create that today for you. So we worked between two years to do the stuff, the practical and the theoretical, but 4 years to think about everything. And so that's the little guide here. Whoops. Well, the right one is the little practical guide. This is the theoretical, you can read. Then we also have two writing in Le Progrès Forestier that resume all the stuff. And thank you very much. That's the...
Thank you very much. And as you said, there's a lot of practical information there, and maybe some practice that, as you said, takes practice. And you're going to be with us in the field to do more of this.
To show the clumps, and then we talk about which one to pick.
Excellent.
Thank you
So
very much.
thank you very much.